Somewhere nearby is Colossal Cave, where others have found fortunes in treasure and gold. It is rumored that some who enter are never to be seen again, and magic is said to permeate the cave. I know of places, actions, and things. Take me with you, and I will be your eyes and hands. Keep watch on your compass. It will guide you through the cave. I know of a few special objects, such as a black rod hidden in the cave. Take these objects and carry them in your inventory, which will show you the items you're carrying. Some objects have side effects. For instance, the rod scares the bird, and usually people unsuccessfully manipulating an object are attempting something beyond their or my capabilities, and should try a different tack. Take heed that cave passages turn often, and realize that exiting one room to the north does not always guarantee entering the next from the south. And just because you enter a room one time without issue does not mean that you won't be rechanneled elsewhere the next. To get full credit for a treasure, you must leave it safely in the little building, though you do get partial credit for just locating the treasure. Points get lost for getting killed, or for quitting, though the former costs you more. Also, points are based on how much of the cave you've managed to explore. There is a large bonus just for penetrating the deeper cave, distinguishing the beginners from the rest of the pack. There are other ways to determine whether you've survived some of the more harrowing sections. And if you think you've found all the treasures, just keep exploring for a while. There's more to discover. Occasionally, I may offer hints if you seem to be having trouble. If I do, I'll warn you in advance how much it will cost your score to accept the hints. Good luck. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully. Set of keys. You have unlocked the grate. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west. Brass lantern. The lantern is now lit. You are crawling over cobbles in a low passage. It says Zizzy. You're in an awkward, sloping east-west canyon. The bird was unafraid when you entered, but as you approach it becomes disturbed. Set of black rod. Wicker cage. You have captured the bird. You're in a splendid chamber, the walls frozen rivers of orange stone. An awkward canyon and a good passage exit from the east and west sides of this chamber. At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water. It says you won't get it up the steps. You could never pull it out no matter how hard you try. You're in a low room. Veins of gold cover the walls. A little dwarf. Watch out! There must be a way to cross this fissure. Black rod. Black rod. A crystal... Black rod. There's no use for that here. Sparkling diamonds festoon this hollow recess. In the gloom, you can discern a mysterious hall, seemingly wrought by ancient... Enigmatic statues populate this grand space. A huge green, fierce snake bars the way. Little bird in a cage. Little bird attacks the green snake, and in an astounding flurry, drives the snake away. Several diamonds. It says, why two? The shadowy figure seems to be trying to attract your attention. You're in a large room, with a passage to the south, a passage to the west, and a wall of broken rock to the east. It says, why two? You're in a large room with 3 exits. Precious, rare coins. Zizzy. Zizzy. Nothing happens. You're in a large room with 3 exits. It says, why two? Just looks like old rusty prospecting paraphernalia. You're in a large room, with a passage to the south, a passage to the west, and a wall of broken rock to the east. Could this have been the king's throne? You hear the word plu. 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 You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Several diamonds. Dwarf's axe. Large gold nugget. Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. Tasty food. You're in Bedquilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. You are in a room in which the walls resemble Swiss cheese. Obvious passages go west, east, south, northeast, and northwest. Part of the room is occupied by a large bedrock block. You're at the east end of a two-pit room. The floor here is littered with thin rock slabs, which make it easy to descend the pits. There is a path bypassing the pits to connect passages from the east and the west. There are holes all over, but there is a big one on the wall directly over the west pit, too high to reach. There is a tiny little plant in the pit, murmuring, "Water, water." Bottle of water. The plant spurts into furious growth for a few seconds.
Water.
You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. that light is quite entrancing and colourful. A small velvet pillow lies on the floor. This is the Orient Room. Ancient Asian cave drawings cover the walls. A gently sloping passage leads upwards to the north, another passage leads southeast, and a hands and knees crawl leads west. There is a delicate, precious Ming vase here. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Empty bottle. Your bottle is now full. Velvet pillow. Ming vase. Bottle of water. Bottle. Tasty food. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Water.
Bottle of water. The plant grows explosively, almost filling the bottom of the pit. A small pool of oil seeps out. Empty bottle. That won't work here. Your bottle is now full of oil. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. Dwarf's axe. You have attacked a little dwarf, but he has dodged out of the way. You find yourself in a pantry, apparently for a... You're in the giant room. The ceiling is too high to see with your lamp. Cavernous passages lead east, north, and south. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. Tasty food. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf. The smell from that cauldron sickens you. Dwarf's bottle of oil. There's no use for that here. The oil has freed up the hinges. Empty bottle. Best not drop it there. The way north leads through a massive iron door. The way north leads through a massive iron door. Empty bottle. That's a splendid waterfall, but be careful around it. There is a dangerous whirlpool here. Watch your step. You're on one side of a large, deep chasm. A white mist rises up from below to obscure much of the far side. A southwest path leads away from the chasm into a winding corridor. The troll steps out from beneath the bridge.
No one treads on my bridge without payment!
Golden eggs. You're in a small chamber filled with large boulders. The walls are very warm, causing the air in the room to be stifling from the heat. The only exit is a crawl heading west, from which a low rumbling noise can be heard. It appears someone has been cooking over this small volcanic hotspot. You see a breathtaking view. Far below lies an active volcano from which gobs of molten lava surge and cascade to the depths. The glowing rock bathes the cavern with a blood-red glare, feigning a macabre appearance. The air is dense with sparks of ash, the smell of brimstone, and walls too hot to touch. The thundering volcano is so deafening it drowns out all sounds. Embedded in the jagged roof far overhead, twisted formations of white alabaster scatter the murky light to become sinister apparitions upon the walls. On one side, you see a deep gorge encasing tortured rock that seems to be crafted by the devil himself. To your left, An immense river of fire gushes from the volcano's depths, then flows through the gorge to plummet into a bottomless pit. On the right, a huge geyser of blistering steam erupts from a barren island within a bubbling, sulphurous lake. Above, the wall flickers with a glow of its own, lending more infernal splendor to an already hellish scene. Jeweled Trident. The bear is locked to the wall with a golden chain. Tasty food. Nothing happens. The bear eagerly wolfs down your food, after which he seems to calm down considerably, and even becomes rather friendly. Set of keys. There is a friendly bear wandering about nearby. There is a friendly bear wandering about nearby. The friendly bear is following you. The troll steps out from beneath the bridge and blocks your way. The bear is mildly hurt by your rejection. He wanders away dejectedly. Golden chain. You see a sturdy ladder. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Rare spices. Set of keys. Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. You need to be a little closer to climb that. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You are following a wide path around the outer edge of a large cavern. Far below, through a heavy white mist, strange splashing noises can be heard. The mist rises up through a fissure in the ceiling. The path exits to the south and west. You cannot fit through this tight tunnel because of an item that you're carrying. Dwarf's axe. Jeweled trident. Brass You are in a small chamber lit by an eerie green light. An extremely narrow tunnel exits to the west. A dark corridor leads northeast. There's no use for that here. It is now pitch dark. If you proceed, you will most likely fall into a pit. You are in a You hear the call of a plover. You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. It's dark here. Where are you? You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. It's dark here. Where are you? You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. There is a lamp shining near. There is a little axe here. Nothing happens. The passage here is blocked by a recent cave-in. It says, fee, fi, fo, foo. Fee, fi, fo, fee, fi, fo, foo. The nest is full of golden eggs. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Golden eggs. Egg-sized emerald. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. You're in a large room carved out of sedimentary rock. The floor and walls are littered with bits of shells embedded in the stone. A shallow passage proceeds downward, and a somewhat steeper one leads up. A low hands and knees passage enters from the south. Jeweled Trident. The jeweled trident magically opens the clam. A glistening pearl falls out and rolls away. Goodness, this is really an oyster. But whatever it is now snapped shut. Jeweled Trident. You need to be a little closer to climb that. It says, "Plue, plue." You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Jeweled Trident. Glistening Pearl. Plue, plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're in the plover room. It says, "Congratulations on bringing light into the dark room." Brass, plue, plue. That won't work here. You hear the call of a plover. You hear the call of a plover. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. Plue, plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Platinum Pyramid. Brass. Plue, plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. Brass Lantern. You're in a secret canyon which runs east and west. It crosses over a very tight canyon 15 feet below. If you go down, you may not be able to get back up. The wide steps are blocked by a mass of boulders. The dragon looks rather nasty. You best not try to get by. A huge, green, fierce dragon bars the way. Attack a dragon with your bare hands? Someone reckless will try that. Congratulations. You just vanquished a dragon with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it? There's no use for that here. That's a crazy light. Some dimwit cobbled that contraption together. Looks like coal. Don't dirty your hands with it. Persian rug. Dwarf's axe. The steps are extremely steep. Luckily, there's a rope to hang onto. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It got you. Oh dear. You seem to have been ousted from your... Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It got you. Oh dear. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. There are faint rustling noises from the darkness behind you. You're in a secret canyon which runs east and west. It crosses over a very tight canyon 15 feet below. If you go down, you may not be able to get back up. The dragon looks rather nasty. You best not try to get by. A huge, green, fierce dragon bars the way. Attack a dragon with your bare hands? Someone reckless will try that. just vanquished a dragon with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it? Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Persian rug. Bars of silver. Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Shiver me timbers! I've been spotted. I'd best hie myself off to the maze to hide me chest.
You see a sturdy ladder. There are things behind you. Your enemies proceed with hands. You see a sturdy ladder. You're on the brink of a 30-foot pit with a massive orange column down one wall. You could climb down here, but you could not get back up. The maze continues at this level. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Treasure chest. Plue. Plue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room.
Cave closing soon. All adventurers exit immediately through main office.
There's no use for that here. You are in an anteroom leading to a large passage to the east. Small passages go west and up. The remnants of recent digging are evident. There's nothing to do with it here. Dwarfs. Black rod. That won't work here. It says, cave under construction beyond this point. Proceed at own risk. Which construction company? Oh my. What was that? You managed to escape Wit's End. You're at Wit's End. You need to be a little closer to climb that. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You see a sturdy ladder. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You've crawled around in some little holes and found your... You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back... You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You've crawled... Spelunker today.
The cave is now closed.
Don't disturb them. Interesting. There seems to be something written on the underside of this oyster. Looks like a clue. It'll cost you 10 points, but if you wish, look at it again. I'll read it for you. You see a pit of green vipers. You're at the southwest end of the repository. Black rod. The star fell off. You notice a little wick. The dwarves are asleep. You best not wake them. Black rod with rust.
Hello! The main office is over here! Welcome! Come on in!
Congratulations for finding your way here. Your adventure tour has completed. Please, see your score. Your score puts you in Master Adventurer Class A. Over there is the exit.
We're so happy!
Have a good day.